What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 3 build. So today we're going to be building the Vauxhall Corsa VXR. So if you're not familiar with this car, Vauxhall is also known as Opel in Germany, and basically the rest of Europe except for the United Kingdom, they have Vauxhall as their name. So this is their Corsa model, and this is I think the quickest one in their line. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty quick. Has a 1.6 in there. In this blue, it looks pretty good. Nice big wheels on there. Double exhausts, all that kind of good stuff. So what the plan is today with this is first we're gonna drive it around a bit, as I am now, and then we're gonna be upgrading it and driving it on the circuit like we did in the previous episode with the Volvo. So yeah, we'll see what kind of lap time it will set. Probably not as good as the Volvo, but I guess we'll see about all of that. So I'll put a bit of information about the car on screen right now. So this thing, like I said, it's an Opel / Vauxhall. It's the Corsa VXR 1.6i. Let's see, it has 205 brake horsepower, and it has 181 newton meters of torque. Has a 4-cylinder inline turbo engine. What else is there to say? Oh yeah, it weighs 1120 kilograms and has a 0 to 60 time of 6.8 seconds. And is front-wheel drive. So all in general, I say that's pretty good specs for a little car like this. Only weighing 1120 kilograms and having 200 brake horsepower is quite nice. The downside with this car, I'm used to much quicker cars in Forza now, so this thing feels very slow. So I think we're gonna upgrade this thing. So I'll see you guys in the garage. Alright guys, straight into the garage, and let's jump into the upgrades. I forgot to say one thing, this is a 2016, so it's like the latest model. So as usual, we're gonna see what kind of engine swaps we can do first. 2-liter inline 4 and a 1.6 inline 4 turbo rally. We're gonna leave the stock engine in there and see what kind of drivetrain swaps we can do. So we can make it rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. We're gonna keep it at front-wheel drive for now. Let's see, any body customizations? No, just the front splitter and ugly ass rear wing, which we don't want. Now we do want some grippier tires, so we'll shove some race compound up in this, and we're gonna widen the front since we are gonna be pushing hopefully a lot more power through this thing, and we're gonna widen the rears as well to 245s. Let's jump into the wheels. This is always where things get difficult. So many choices to be made there. So let's scroll through these real quick and see what we might possibly like. Let's see. So this car is part of the latest DLC pack. If you want to get it yourself, you can. I have the season pass, so I get all of the DLCs. Included with my game. Let's see. I think I like these. Do I want to up them one size or not? No, I think I like them. What size are those? 18 inches. That's quite big wheels, so we'll stick with that. Now let's do a bit of a drivetrain upgrade here, and let's see what kind of class we can get it to. I'm very curious about this. And of course we do want to upgrade the brakes and of course the suspension. We want it to corner nicely. Add some anti-roll bars in there, and of course lighten it. Like, this thing isn't heavy, but we'll lighten it even more. Now we come to the fun part, engine wise. So what I usually first do is upgrade the exhaust, the cams and valves, because that usually gives the biggest increase in horsepower, and we also want to upgrade the turbos. So I think going with a nice rounded off A-class will be just fine in this case. Any more we can do without bumping it into S-class, S1. I think we're just about there. That immediately increases the power a bit too much. So I think we got a nice setup here. Up the horsepower to 332 brake horsepower, so that's going to be quite a substantial difference. Now hopefully this thing will still handle correctly. Now let's go into the paint shop and pick a paint. Now I've kind of gotten addicted to the metallic flake color in these last couple of days, so may have a cool idea. Now let's see if we can maybe do some orange with some, let's change the flake color in this to white, maybe. Well, that's looking kind of weird. Let's put this into orange and try to get as nice of a color as we can. Orange is usually not a color I would choose, but yeah, whatever. I think this looks pretty cool. Alright, so let's go with this. Now we do want to make those wheels nice and dark grey. And cancel. Let's do the, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Oh wow, this thing already has carbon fiber mirrors. That's pretty cool. I like that. Nice addition. So let's save this, jump out, and see how she drives now. Alright, I've just jumped outside of the festival and we're straight into the sunshine here. I like this color. Looks really good with the metal flake. As you can see when you look around it, the color kind of looks brighter in some spots, which looks really good. So let's hear this. Oh, definitely a more pronounced engine noise than it had before. One thing I do need to note is that I'm currently using, before I was using just manual gearbox, now I'm using manual with clutch, so if I miss shift from time to time, I'm so sorry. I'm still getting used to all of this, so let's see how this thing drives. Oh, this is power-wise, this is way better. I can still understeer like a motherfucker because of the front wheel drive, but I think that's just something you need to get used to with these front wheel drive cars. I think we got a pretty solid one here. Oh, I forgot to push the clutch there. See, that's what I mean. I still need some time to get used to this. But I'd say in general, I think we've got a pretty solid build here. So yeah, I think we shouldn't be messing around with this any longer and just do a race. Hopefully we can beat the time of anyone. Probably not the Volvo, since that was, what was it? I think 2 classes higher than this. But I think we've got a pretty good base for a nice hot hatch here. So I'll find the race which we're gonna do, and we'll see how this thing does. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so yeah, I found the race which we're gonna do, and let's jump straight into this without further ado. Now, hopefully this thing will get some... Okay, I don't know what happened there, but whatever. Kind of bogged down. We'll just put our foot to the floor and hopefully we'll get a good time of this. So it appears we do not have a ghost car to beat, but we have a time, which is 2 minutes and 53 seconds. So hopefully we'll be able to beat that time. So nice thing with front wheel drive cars, you can usually power through corners, but the only downside with that is so much understeer. Like this, I can go full throttle, no problem. But if that corner was sharper, I would just slide straight on. But yeah, some cars do it really good in this game. Some cars, they kind of suck front wheel drive, but we'll see how the Corsa does in these upcoming corners. Now bear with me here, so because I still need to get used to the changing gear with clutch, so sometimes I may accidentally not use the clutch at all, so forgive me for that. I'm trying my best to get used to this. I think I've gotten it kind of under control. Alright, kind of sharp corner coming up here. See, just power through that. Now, I do really like this track. It's has a variation of all things. Speed, corners. So every car may shine in its own way on this track, and I think this Corsa is going to do just fine, to be honest. Hopefully we can set a nice lap time with this. Right, nice little cornery bit there. See, those were a good amount of corners in my opinion. Went through there rather nicely. So we're almost coming to this to the main straight again. Which means we'll have it all sorted out. Alright. Currently on the main straight. Now I think we're gonna crush the time of 2 minutes and 53 seconds. So that's nice. Because only one checkpoint left and we're at the finish. So and there we go. Of course I won across the line. So let's see. Any rival? Yeah, sure, I'll collect the reward. I think it's only like 250 credits or something. Let's see. Yeah, alright, that's fine. I can live with that, 10k, that's fine. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna find a nice closing off spot where we can end this video and kind of look back on the, of course, 2 grand. Nice. And look back on this nice little Corsa, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I think we're just gonna end this with some relaxed nighttime driving. I think in the nighttime you can definitely see how cool this color looks on this car. It reflects off the lamppost very nicely. So yeah, I kinda like this car. Has a bit of trouble staying under control through some corners, but that's just front wheel drive for you there. But I liked it. Nice addition to the DLC pack. Drives nice, looks nice, and in general I think quite solid car. You shouldn't up the power like much more than it was, because or much more than what I upped it to. Oh, almost hit a car there. Don't try to up it much more. Don't go over 400 horsepower. You're definitely gonna have a bad time, since you can only put 245 tires on here. But I think in general, solid car. If you want to give it a go yourself, I definitely recommend it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more of my Forza Horizon 3 content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any feedback, let me know. Until next time guys, have a good one, and I'll talk to you in the next video.